Hi, my name is Russell Tipper. Since C.R.E.W's rally on the 6th of March, John Kelly, the Mayor of wanCREW, was quoted in the wanCREW Weekender in relation to the proposed South Pinjar industrial site, and I quote, "We are all committed to jobs, but there is appropriate industrial land already available for that, and that wanCREW did not need any more industrial land for employment purposes." And he also said, "This plan was one of the most dangerous decisions brought before this council." When Paul Miles, the sitting member for wanCREW, addressed the rally, he inferred that the children of residents living in the area would not have employment if the likes of the proposed industrial site on South Pinjar did not go ahead. Who was right, Paul Miles or John Kelly? Having worked in the mining industry for over 30 years on high-level planning, I'm the first to recognise the value of industry and industrial employment. However, as far as I'm concerned, what is being proposed defies common sense. I agree with the government's argument on the need for high levels of employment self-sufficiency within a given geographical area, and the need for local employment to minimise the distance people need to travel to work. However, when that means that 1 out of 2 people in the workforce would need to be employed in industrial type jobs to achieve this goal, then the objective of local employment will simply not be achieved. For industry to fill job vacancies that local workers do not want would mean that they would have to hire workers from outside the local area, living at some distance from their place of employment, which is exactly what the government says it wants to stop with its local employment model. How do we tell parents and school teachers that 1 out of every 2 school children should be choosing a career in either the wholesale, manufacturing or warehousing and transportation sectors of the economy, because they, the government, have decided this is the local employment model that they want imposed on the citizens of this area? To achieve this by placing polluting industry on top of a priority 1 public resource drinking area, such as the Nangara water mound, just beggars belief. When you think of a local employment model, you need a balanced economic model, a place where the diverse career interests of residents is taken into account wherever possible. This includes commercial and retail opportunities as well as industrial. The key issues summary overview on our website details our research on this matter in relation to East wanCREW, its surrounding suburbs and the Northwest Corridor. It has been my experience that in conducting the planning processes for large mining projects, there are a number of issues that have to be recognised outside of the traditional engineering challenges. These include sensitive environmental issues, the historical and Aboriginal heritage values, and the affected communities around that particular development. The key to a smooth planning process is to address these issues concurrently and to engage with the various government departments and communities at an early stage to understand the very issues that need to be focused on. These groups can then be involved in the project as it's developed. It would be inconceivable to consider conducting a feasibility study on a mining project and hand the results of that study to the relevant government departments and affected communities as a finished product, with a limited perspective of the proposed solutions for the issues of environment, heritage and communities from the perspective of only 1 stakeholder. This would be a recipe for confrontation and a lot of wasted work in changing designs to accommodate new information provided by these other interested groups. Unfortunately, this is what has happened with the East wanCREW structure plan and the industrial land strategy document. To exacerbate the problem, these plans appear to have been developed with little reference to each other. If the Western Australian State Planning Commission were to follow the example set by the mining industry, they would have consulted the local communities early in the process, so that they could understand the important values the community places on the environmental and heritage values impacted by urban and infrastructure development. The end goals of these development plans could still have been met, but with a much better accommodation of these issues. Community support was never likely, nor was any degree of trust going to be engendered by the stealthy release of these plans just before Christmas holidays with very little publicity. The state government should conduct itself as it expects private developers to conduct themselves when undertaking long-term planning for the city of wanCREW. This would involve early consultation with the community to gather important feedback on the many options that may be available to achieve the same ends. C.R.E.W would welcome the opportunity to debate this matter on radio or live television with Paul Miles or any government spokesperson on this issue. We believe the rationale and basis upon which the state government makes its case for justifying this industrial site is fundamentally flawed. We say this because, as far as we can ascertain, there are many instances in these documents where the government's stated aims conflict with what is proposed. Thank you very much.